begin with the twisted tale of love gone deadly wrong. Today, Jodi Arias, the young woman on trial for murder in Phoenix, Arizona, took the stand for a second day to try and convince a jury that when she stabbed, slashed, and shot her one-time boyfriend, it was all in self-defense. But that wasn't always her story. She faces the possibility of the death penalty. ABC's Ryan Owens has this report for our series, Crime and Punishment.
Did you kill Travis Alexander on June 4th, 2008?
Yes, I did.
It's the legal equivalent of a Hail Mary pass.
Hi, Jodi.
Hi.
Defense attorneys almost never want to put a client on the stand. But when that client is an admitted killer and a serial liar, there isn't much choice.
How are you feeling right now?
Nervous.
Jodi Arias could face the death penalty if she's convicted of murdering her ex-boyfriend, Travis Alexander. The 30-year-old Mormon businessman was stabbed 27 times, his throat was slit, and he was shot in the head. Arias claims she killed Alexander in self-defense.
Why?
The simple answer is that he attacked me, and I defended myself.
Tuesday, she testified about how she met Alexander at a Las Vegas convention.
He stopped right in front of me and stuck his hand out and introduced himself.
And told the jury he seemed to want to kiss her almost immediately.
He leaned in very close, as if he wanted to kiss me, and he was licking his lips, and he was staring at my lips, and like he wanted to kiss me, but he didn't.
She went into graphic detail about their first sexual encounter, just a week after they met.
He began to remove my clothes. I didn't want to tell him no, so I just kept going with it.
Why didn't you want to tell him no?
I didn't want to do anything that would maybe displease him.
So far, Arias has spent more than 5 hours on the stand.
They use the term entertainment.
Literally holding court.
Training.
She's giggled.
Do you know what I'm saying?
And droned on and on about her life in such detail it's almost impossible to believe someone has a memory that good.
I was in the dressing room at Kohl's. By that point, he had my cell phone number. Well, after wandering around, we kind of wandered back to the lobby where there's a big golden lion statue. There were people there giving they're called ring speeches. That means that they earned $100,000 within a one-year period.
But after 2 days of testimony, she still hasn't specifically addressed what happened the day of the crime. There will be plenty of time for that, especially when this fiery prosecutor gets a chance to cross-examine the woman he calls a cold-blooded murderer. He says Arias stalked her ex for months and slaughtered him in the shower of his Arizona home in a jealous rage. He says you can't believe a word she says.
I'm all for the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not kill.
It's true since her arrest in 2008.
I would never hurt Travis.
She has had a series of changing stories. In these interrogation tapes, she first swears she didn't hurt Alexander.
If Travis were here today, he would tell you that it wasn't me.
Lying to the lead detective.
If I was going to ever try to kill somebody, I would use gloves. I've got plenty of them.
Over and over again.
I don't think I could stab him. I think I would have to shoot him continuously until he was...
Even denying being at Alexander's house that day, despite an overwhelming amount of physical evidence, including a picture of her on his bed and her bloody palm print in his bathroom.
How can that be my palm print?
There's even a photo of her moving his bloody body.
That is not my foot.
Those pictures, including some of Alexander in the shower seconds before his death, were recovered from this camera found in his washing machine. The jury has heard and seen all of that evidence, plus this interview she gave to the show Inside Edition right after her arrest.
No jury is going to convict me.
Why not?
Because I'm innocent, and you can mark my words on that one.
On the stand, Arias tried to explain that away too, now testifying she not only killed Alexander, but was planning to kill herself.
At the time, I had plans to commit suicide. So I was extremely confident that no jury would convict me because I didn't expect any of you to be here.
But here she is, and she's talking and talking. On Good Morning America, ABC News legal analyst Dan Abrams says she's a good witness. HLN's Nancy Grace begged to differ.
But as a witness, I didn't view her as robotic. I thought that she was actually...
Dan, you're under her spell.
I am.
She got
it's
to
true.
you.
I am. She did.
Jodi
She did.
Arias mojo
She did. I am.
has gotten you.
I am. I could have been her next victim.
Something.
Arias is expected to be on the stand at least a few more days, trying to convince this jury she killed in self-defense and therefore doesn't deserve to die for the crime. I'm Ryan Owens for Nightline in Phoenix.